Welcome back, everybody, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Lakers Flashback rebuild here on NBA 2K22. I hope you guys are having a great time with this series, because I'm having a wonderful time recording it and seeing just how history could change in these alternate universes if these draft classes were coming out in the order that we are putting them out in. So I just think it's a really cool thing to see happen, and I'm glad that we are experiencing it here, and I hope you guys are having a great time. But with all the lovey-dovey stuff out of the way, I appreciate you guys stopping by. We are entering our 10th episode. Season 10, episode 10 is about to begin. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content, and join the Juice Club while you're at it. It's a good time over here in the Juice Club. And main channel link down below, as always, in the description if you want to go check out the other content that I make in YouTube. If you want to go check that out as well, I would really appreciate it. But if not, totally cool. Totally cool. Let's kick off season number 10, episode 10, with a good old-fashioned wheel spin. Who doesn't love a good wheel spin? Last episode, we got 1996, the Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson draft class. I could not believe it. I was actually physically stunned that we pulled off the 1996 draft class, and now here we are. And we drafted Kobe Bryant, by the way. Spoiler alert. We traded up for the first pick, drafted Kobe Bryant. Well worth it. Laker legend. Rest in peace to the Mamba. He's on the Lakers now. So, we have a big three. Well, big four, technically, if you want to count Evan Mobley. We have Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, and Evan Mobley. All we need is a big man. We need either a big-time center or a big-time power forward. That's all we need in the starting five, and then we've got a dynasty for decades. So, hopefully one of these rosters, one of these draft classes can give us that. 3, 2, 1, spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. We're getting 1965. Okay. 1965. All right. Who is in the 1965 draft class? I don't honestly know. It's one of the historic draft classes that's brought up in the little historic thing here on 2K, so it's got to be somebody good. I honestly, is this the Kareem draft? I don't know. This could be Bill Russell. This could be anybody. 1965. Now, how many rosters? Are there going to be any rosters of 1965 on here? I would hope so. We might have to use that. So there's one class that was made with 50 downloads. We'll take a look at it. I may have to Google really quickly who the 1965 draft class is just to make sure this is accurate. Okay, so this is, it looks like Rick Barry is in it. Okay, so let me quickly do a little Google search of the draft class. 1965 NBA draft. Here we go. So, the first pick was Bill Bradley. So is Bill Bradley on this list? Let me give a quick look. So we got Rick Barry, Dick Van Arsdale, Billy Cunningham, John Havlicek, Dave DeBusschere, I don't know how to say his name, Jerry Sloan, Jerry Lucas, Nate Thurman. We have the number one pick on here? There's Gail Goodrich. I know Bill Bradley and Bill Button aren't like really known players, but it doesn't look like either of them are on here. I guess it's not a big deal. Okay, we've got some interesting pieces in this one. Rick Barry, Billy Cunningham, John Havlicek's an interesting one. Jerry Lucas obviously is a big one from The Ohio State University. Nate Thurman could be the big man that we're looking for. I don't know. This is an interesting class. 1965 is the draft class that we pulled today. Now that we know the draft class, we can take a look at the gameplay and take a look at what this lineup's going to look like. So we got Curry at the 1, Kobe at the 2, wearing number 8. Then you got KD at 3, Otis Thorpe at 4, and then Evan Mobley holding down number 5 position, center position. Then you got Johnny Flynn off the bench, who we gave a bag to in the offseason just to be a bench player for us. Hopefully he can be a good 6-man, making 20 mil. I'm hoping that he can be a good 6-man for us. And then after we get to Johnny Flynn, we go to Ayo Dosunmu. We got Jermaine O'Neal, who we also took in the 1996 draft class. We've got Brandon Bass. We got Damari Carroll. And then off the reserves, I guess technically quote-unquote reserves, we got Daquan Cook, Paolo Saramago, and Eddie Moore. So actually, did we trade for Eddie Moore? I'm pretty sure we did. No, we drafted Eddie Moore. He was the DeMar DeRozan comparison, so that's why we took a flyer on him. He turned out to be a 71 overall, so that's not too bad. He's not going to get a lot of minutes unless he develops, but he's cool to have on the bench. But this is the main core that we're going to be building around. Steph Curry's 20, what did that say, 25? 25. Kobe's 19. Kevin Durant's 24. Evan Mobley's 22. I mean, we've got some future. Otis Thorpe's even 24. So we've got some youth in the system here in LA. Hopefully they can carry us to a championship. We've only won one championship this franchise, and it was 3 seasons ago, I think, because we won the championship. Then the next season, we got knocked out in the first round. Then last year, we made it all the way to the NBA Finals and got beat by Bob Boozer, who is now on a different team, by the way. It was a pretty interesting offseason, if you did miss last episode. Bob Boozer signed with the Milwaukee Bucks, so he's gotten tired of carrying the Detroit Pistons and their horrible team on his back for so many seasons that he decided to go get his bag. How much money is Bob Boozer making? How much money did he get paid by the Bucks? He got a max extension, or a max contract. He did. He's making so much money. There's a reason why we couldn't afford him, because he's making so much money. They also got John Stockton, who's been leading the league in scoring or at least been top 3 in scoring for a couple of seasons now. They got Jalen Green as well. They got a good team here. We're going to have to be on the lookout for the Bucks. But the best player in the league 10 years down the road, Wilt Chamberlain, 97 overall. Then we got Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, who's on the Mavericks now. He's been on there this is his 2nd season in Dallas. James Harden, who got a supermax extension from the Nuggets. Chris Webber, who probably is coming up for a contract and should be unrestricted. Yeah, he's already passed his extension and stuff, so he's coming up for a contract, and that could be the big man that we need. That could certainly be the big man that we need. If we need to move some money around, but that could be the big man. Hakeem also needs a contract, but he's going to be restricted because he's getting done with his rookie deal. Then you got Mike Conley, Bailey Howell, who's probably, he got an extension as well. Michael Jordan is only on his rookie contract, so he'll be restricted. We won't be able to offer him because they'll probably match, unless we just go crazy and offer him a crazy contract. I don't think that's going to happen. But we've got some players in the top half of this league. Hopefully they can carry us to a number 1 seed like we were last year. But with all that being said, it's time to go to the All-Star Draft. I hope you guys are excited and enjoying this series. If you are, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, all the stuff I said earlier. Let's simulate to the All-Star Draft, and hopefully we're in a really good spot. We make it to the All-Star Draft of season number 10. We are sitting at 40-14 on the year, a game and a half up on the Pelicans. And during the simulation, we played the Milwaukee Bucks a couple of times and we lost both of the times we played them. So that's not promising for if we meet them in the NBA Finals. But the season stats for the Lakers through the first half of the season, or first little part of the season: Kevin Durant averaging 25 points per game, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Curry kind of dropped down a little bit from what he was averaging, but he's basically averaging around the same amount of points he's always been averaging, playing second fiddle to Kevin Durant, I guess. And he's got also 10 assists. He's been killing the game in assists. He's been averaging 10 assists since his 3rd year in the league. I don't know what's going on with Curry averaging so many assists. I guess because he's got Kevin Durant with him, and he's got Evan Mobley, who's doing really well, averaging a double-double. Kobe Bryant in his rookie season averaging 14 and 5 assists. Otis Thorpe's holding it down with a double-double as well. I don't know how teams are getting rebounds against. We got 2 guys that get averaging double-doubles. Johnny Flynn is injured for 4 to 6 weeks with left knee tendonitis, so that's not good. That's probably why we're losing some games. Ayo Dosunmu also has an injury, fractured right arm, 8 to 10 weeks. Brandon Bass, DeMarcus. So Daquan Cook is probably footing the bill for a lot of these games. Then you got Jermaine O'Neal averaging a decent amount of points in his rookie season, I guess, for coming off the bench. Eddie Moore's playing a little bit, so hopefully he develops into a couple overall, I guess. Let's take a look around the league before we take a look at the All-Star stuff. So league leader is Chris Webber. This is why I'm interested in possibly going after Chris Webber. He's going to want an absolute bag, which is I'm kind of hesitant to offer him, even if we have that money. I mean, we could probably make it work, but I'm a little bit scared because he's going to want a lot of money for a lot of years. And he's probably worth it, but we've already got Kobe, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry, plus Mobley. So we already got a lot of money tied up. And we're going to have to pay Curry, I think, this year. So we might not be able to go after Chris Webber. Then you got Mike Conley, who has an injury, but he's second in the league in scoring. Then James Harden, who seems to be paying off after that Supermax extension he got from the Nuggets. John Stockton in here. So Stockton's still averaging a lot of points, even with Bob Boozer on the team. Where is Bob Boozer, by the way? Bob Boozer's not even second in the team in scoring. Jalen Green is up here. Did Bob Boozer get hurt? No, he's just taking a big back seat to Jalen Green and John Stockton. I couldn't think of his name for a second. Wilt Chamberlain in his Celtics jersey, by the way, just is disgusting. But that's your leaders in points. Who is the leading assister? Finally, John Stockton takes over the leading assist for at least the first half. I mean, Curry's been doing it forever, and now Stockton finally lives up to his reputation in real life. But the All-Star draft, it's Team Chris and Team Kevin. Does that mean Kevin Durant? It does mean Kevin Durant. We got an All-Star captain. Look at that. Going up against Chris Webber. So Kevin Durant's team, he drafts Wilt Chamberlain, Blake Griffin, Mike Conley, John Stockton, along with his teammate Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, his other teammate Evan Mobley, who makes an All-Star team for the first time. Look at that. 3 All-Star starters. Well, not All-Star starters, but 3 All-Stars. Then you got Jeff Teague, Charles Barkley, Al Thornton, and Jerome Kersey. And then Chris Webber's team drafted James Harden, Jalen Green, Bob Boozer, Hakeem Olajuwon. And then off the bench, it's Penny Hardaway, Scotty Barnes, Jamal Mashburn, Joakim Noah, Andrew Bynum, Fred Newman, and Gary Neal. I'm glad Andrew Bynum is doing well, not on the Lakers. It was kind of sucky that we didn't have enough money to pay him when he was a free agent. But I'm glad to see that he's made a couple All-Star teams since we let him go in a couple of episodes ago. But Kevin Durant, 96 overall. Steph Curry up to a 95. Mobley's still growing. Otis Thorpe's growing. Kobe's growing. Oh, baby. I cannot wait for Kobe to get up here with the rest of these boys. Having a foursome like this, we don't need to pay Curry. We paid him this offseason, I think. But we are going to probably have to pay Evan Mobley. That sucks. But to have Kobe up here with these guys in the 90s, the high 90s, that's going to be amazing to have. But that's all done. Let's go see who wins the awards and how this season finishes out. I hope you guys are excited. Let's do it. Kevin Durant pulls home an MVP award. I think it's his first. Did he get another one? This might be his second. It is his second MVP. He won one a couple of seasons ago in 2029. And now he has an MVP award, a second MVP to go along with his first one. So Kevin Durant averaging 26 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, about 2 steals and 2 blocks a game, shooting 50, 40, 90 from the field. I mean, that's just unbelievable splits. Crazy stats for Kevin Durant. Rookie of the Year is the Starberry, Stephon Marbury, 25 points from him dropping him on the Hawks. Okay, I respect that, Stephon. Kobe obviously couldn't do it because he's third string here in his rookie year. Sam Bowie wins Sixth Man of the Year in New Orleans. He was in the LA for a while, and now he's a sixth man here in New Orleans. Wilt Chamberlain wins another Defensive Player of the Year, now this time on Boston. That's got to be... So he's got 7 Defensive Player of the Years, and they're all in a row ever since 2025. And remember, he was drafted in 2023. So ever since 2025, Wilt Chamberlain has been killing the game as a Defensive Player of the Year. He's just been absolutely dominant. Jalen Suggs wins Most Improved on the Portland Trail Blazers. Sebastian Graham wins Coach of the Year. And Michael Meyer, no, not the killer, just some executive, he takes Executive of the Year away from us. I don't really like that. I mean, that's a little rude. How dare you take Executive of the Year away from us? So all NBA first team is John Stockton, Conley, Kevin Durant, who's injured actually day to day, Chris Webber, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Then you got Michael Jordan, James Harden, Charles Barkley, Blake Griffin, and Wilt Chamberlain. Blake Griffin a 92 overall. Third team is Penny Hardaway, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Vin Baker, Evan Mobley. Look at the boys. Look at the boys. Here's your defensive teams. Here is the second team. Here's all rookie first team. There's all rookie second team. Kobe makes all rookie second team, averaging 13 points per game, 5 assists as the third option, which is still respectable. And I need to go see who the team was the Milwaukee Bucks. We knew Bob Boozer, wherever he goes, he is a menace to society. He is an absolute menace. Here are the official stats for the end of the season here for your Los Angeles Lakers. Curry averaging 21 points and 10 assists. Evan Mobley, we saw his numbers looking pretty solid. Kobe, we saw his numbers. Johnny Flynn, after coming back from the injury, bumped up his points. But he's averaging about what he averages. He's doing what he does as the sixth man on the team. Otis Thorpe averaging a double-double, holding it down. Ayo Dosunmu averaging 10 points. You love to see that. Jermaine O'Neal in his first season probably didn't get a lot of minutes. That was supposed to happen. We weren't going to give him crazy amount of minutes. But he does okay with his time here in his first season. I respect it. And then we take a look quickly at the league leaders. And Chris Webber takes home another scoring title, averaging a double-double with 15 rebounds. Then you got James Harden. It probably won't be too much longer until James Harden starts averaging like 32, 33, 34 points a game. Hakeem Olajuwon jumped into the top three. Then you got Stockton, Penny Hardaway, Conley, Durant, Cunningham, Blake Griffin. All right. I can see the top scorers in the league. Assist leader is Stockton, so he finally wins his assist title, averaging a lot more assists than usual because he's got Bob Boozer and Jalen Green to throw to. So that's pretty awesome because Jalen Green finishes 18th in scoring, and then Bob Boozer all the way down here 30th. But he did average 19.5 points a game and 14 rebounds. So, I mean, Bob Boozer still had a great season. And they're the 1 seed, so I can't really complain too much about Bob Boozer not doing a whole lot. We're taking on the Kings in the first round of the playoffs. They have Nando De Colo, Allen Houston, Wilson Chandler, Blake Griffin, and Alperen Sengun. I think we've taken on this team before in the playoffs in the first round. So we might as well just get this done. We take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. We take game 4, we take game 5, and we take game 6. All right, perfect. I thought for a second when they had a second game on us, I thought for a second it was going to get a little bit out of hand. But the Bucks got beat in the first round by the 8-seeded Sixers. Whoa, Bob Boozer goes down in the first round. I can't believe that's crazy. Oh, that helps us out at least. So we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder, Pat Bev, Gordon Stevens, Rodney Rogers, Vin Baker, and Marc Gasol. So this is a very front court heavy team. Okay. Kevin Durant's still injured. At least day to day, I think. Okay, I think we got this. They're the 4 seed. They take game 1. They take game 2. They take... Whoa, hello. What is going on here? This is not how it's going to happen. Where is Kevin Durant? Why is he on the reserves? What is going on here? I thought he was just injured, but it just put him on the reserves. Okay. We're cutting down the minutes. Brandon Bass not getting any minutes. Daquan Cook not getting any minutes. We are giving all the boys all the minutes. So Curry's getting 40 minutes. Durant's getting a ton of minutes. Mobley's getting minutes. Dosunmu will knock down your minutes as well. We're going to go to an 8-man rotation. 8-man rotation. Yeah. We're giving all the minutes to all the boys. We are not losing in the second round. We have too good of a team. Simulate with Simcast. Game 4. Come on, boys. Oh, I thought we were going to get blown out there, but we're coming back. We had a slow first quarter. It's a tight one. It's back and forth. Oh, my God. Are we really going to lose? No. I'm not letting it happen. I'm jumping in. 105-116. I'm jumping in and trying to help this team out. So what do we got here? We got a horrible rotation, and I don't know why they seem to do this. I was out of bounds there. That's okay. So we got Curry. We need to get Durant in here. Where's Durant playing? Where's Durant at? Kevin Durant is not on the court. Did Kevin Durant get injured or foul out? Substitutions. Did Kevin Durant foul out? He fouled out. Kevin, you cannot foul out in game 4. We're going to get swept. And Rodney Rogers just nailed a 3. Okay, we are done in the second round. There's Steph Curry. I know he's still young. He's probably not ready for the Curry range that he will soon develop. He's probably still a good three-point shooter, but not to the level that he will be. Oh, Evan Mobley with a good block. Okay, there we go. Otis Thorpe. Give it to Kobe. Let Kobe work a little bit here. Kobe's got 13. Otis Thorpe. No, that's a 3. I wasn't supposed to. Oh, and that's going to be out of bounds. Ah, Thorpe. Yeah, this one's over. This one's over. We've tried to fight, I guess, but we're going to get swept in the second round by the Thunder. We certainly need a big man. Like, we need a dominant big man, and I don't think this draft class is going to have the guy that I'm looking for. The 1965 class was never... 1960s were never known for having the big man that I'm looking for. I mean, obviously Wilt Chamberlain was around and Kareem was around in the later half and stuff, but I'm looking for somebody super big, like a Shaq or a Dwight Howard or a Kareem or somebody like that. Somebody that just takes over a game. We need a big man like that. Kobe Bryant gonna drive in, fouled, couldn't get the and one. But this one is most likely over. And that sucks. We've only got one championship, and I think this season's been marked by injury. Every team has one season where they just get blown out by injuries, and Kevin Durant was injured. I think Curry even got injured for a couple games. We had Johnny Flynn and Ayo Dosunmu injured at the same time, so both of our guards off the bench were injured, as Kobe just drives right through and nails that one. Evan Mobley might even have been injured. I don't know. We just had a lot of guys injured, and we're going to fall to. Plus, it didn't help that I didn't realize Kevin Durant was was in the reserve, not even on the bench. He was in the reserves for the first 3 games of this series. I don't know why they switched it out after he got hurt. Evan Mobley somehow got that up. 12 and 12 for him. 15 and 12 for Curry. I mean, there's still a slight chance if we keep playing defense and we stop these boys from scoring. There's a screen from Vin Baker. Switch off. Stevens. No good. He probably should have hit that. That was kind of embarrassing that he didn't hit that. But Kobe now in transition. Kobe Bryant. Oh, missed it. Where's the rebound, Mobley? You can't miss that rebound. Evan Mobley just sold a rebound there. And that's the foul. Okay, we're getting out of here. We are not going to win this game. I didn't want to do that. No. Jump in, I guess. I didn't want to do that. All right, Simcast. Oh, God, of course. Of course I hit jump in. Continue simulation. This one is all over. We lose. We get swept. Not just lose. We get swept. Vin Baker dropped 33, 8, and 8 on our heads. No wonder we lost this game. Dosunmu had 25 points. 19 from Kobe, 18 from Durant, 15 for Curry. Otis Thorpe had 14 and 17, 12 and 12 for Evan Mobley, but a disappointing season. That's all that can be said about that. A very disappointing season. We fall in the second round to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who were not better than us, which is why I'm concerned that we lost. They go to the finals to play the Pistons. Who's on this Pistons team? They lost Bob Boozer and still made the NBA Finals. Who's on this Detroit team? They have David Lee as their best player. This is the squad? This is the squad that made it to the NBA Finals against the Thunder team? This is a washed NBA Finals. Game 1 goes to the Thunder. Game 2 goes to the Thunder. Game 3 goes to the Thunder. Game 4 goes to the Pistons. And 5 goes to the Thunder. Vin Baker is your MVP of the finals. You gotta think that if we get out of the second round, we win the championship. We're better than the Timberwolves. We're obviously clearly better than the Pistons. But I guess I can take that on the chin, knowing that was my mistake. I should have checked the lineup before the series started. That one's on me. But I mean, hey, why would I ever think that they'd have a 96 overall Kevin Durant, who just won MVP of the league? Why would I ever think he'd be in reserves? Not even on the bench. We have the 2nd and the 5th best odds to win the first overall pick. Do we even want the first overall pick in this draft? I mean, it would be nice to have. We could take like Jerry Lucas or something. I wouldn't be mad with like Jerry Lucas or Billy Cunningham or something, or Gail Goodrich. Those guys would be good. The Bulls have the odds for the 11th pick, and they get the 11th pick. The Clippers are next up, and the Clippers stay at 10. Then you got the 9th pick. The Nets have the odds. And the Nets move up to the top 4. The Heat fall to 9. That sucks. The Heat fall to 9. Then the Mavericks, they stay at 8 thanks to the Knicks. Top 7, here we go. The Jazz, they keep the 7th pick. And now this should be ours thanks to the Suns. Here's the Laker pick. And it moves up to the top 4. The Hawks have the 6th pick. Then the Magic at 5 keep the 5th pick. Okay. Here we go. We got 2 picks in the top 4. And we move up. Oh, man. The Pacers are at 4. Why are we getting this lucky with such a mid-draft class? We're going to have 2 picks. Oh, my God. We have the 1st and the 2nd pick. You've got to be kidding me. The 1st and the 2nd pick in the draft. You've got to be joking. I cannot believe it. Thank you, Phoenix. And thank you to whoever else we traded with, Memphis. Wow. We got the 1st and the 2nd pick. We also have the 19th pick and we have the 29th pick. So we have 4 picks in this draft and we have the first 2. Unfreaking believable that we just did that. I cannot believe that happened. So this is where we're sitting at for the draft. So Rick Barry, Dick Van Arsdale, Billy Cunningham, John Havlicek, Dave DeBusschere, Jerry Sloan, Jerry Lucas, Nate Thurman. Then if you go down here a little bit, you got Gail Goodrich. So who are some of the comparisons? So Rick Barry's comp is George Gervin Hall of Fame. Arsdale is Mitch Richmond All-NBA. Billy Cunningham is All-NBA. Havlicek is also George Gervin, but he's also George Gervin's starter. Then you got DeBusschere is All-NBA. Sloan is Rip Hamilton. Jerry Lucas is All-NBA. Nate Thurman is Bill Walton All-NBA. Okay. This guy, Gregory Benjamin, is Adrian Dantley All-NBA. That'd be nice to have. Then you got Chauncey Billups All-NBA. Alfred Hunter is Tyson Chandler All-Star. Mitch Richmond, Isaiah Ryder, Seth Curry. So can he shoot? I don't even know. Bob Love, Chris Bosh. Okay, Gail Goodrich is Vince Carter Hall of Fame. All right, I've been intrigued. I have been intrigued by these guys. This guy, Jalen Sims, is Bill Walton All-NBA at the 32nd. Okay. Do we draft 2 players with back-to-back picks? Is that what we do? DeBusschere, Jerry Lucas are the top picks in the class. I think Jerry Lucas is 25. That's kind of a bad thing that he's already 25 and we haven't even been drafted in the NBA yet. Do we take Gail Goodrich and Jerry Lucas? That's probably who I would take. Or maybe we take Rick Barry. Has the potential to be the next big superstar. He has no significant weaknesses. Can we see what he averaged? He averaged 30 points per game. He's got good shot making, good inside scoring. Gail Goodrich, he's got really good 3. What about Jerry Lucas? Jerry Lucas has got a good 3. He could stretch the floor. That's good. Why does this have to be the draft class where we have back-to-back picks, 1st and 2nd? That's crazy. I still can't believe we did that. We got the first 2 picks in the draft. Do we take Rick Barry or do we take John Havlicek? Probably not John Havlicek. It's really between Rick Barry, Jerry Lucas, and Gail Goodrich as the guys that we're probably going to take if I do draft people, because we could obviously trade this pick. Our picks are going to be pretty valuable. I mean, the first overall pick's value is sitting at 4 stars. So, I mean, we could move back. We could move back with the Nets to the 3rd pick. It's really the Magic and the Nets. So we could move back to the 5th pick with the Magic and then also get a 2032 first round pick. What about if I give you my 2nd pick? So we could get the 7th pick, we could get the 5th pick and a 33 pick. Well, that one's not bad. Okay, I'm intrigued by some of these draft picks. Pick 19. Nobody wants to give us a pick in this draft, it looks like. Am I right? Yeah, nobody wants to give us a pick in the draft, this first draft. Doesn't seem like it. These are all 2nd rounders. I mean, we get pick 21, but we'd be moving back a little bit and getting that. No, that's a moot draft. I don't want to do that. If I'm trading this pick, I'm getting first round picks for it. What about if I throw you 29 and 30? That could get us a first rounder, maybe. Looks like a lot of seconds. Everybody wants to give us seconds. We could get pick 30. That's not really worth it. I don't want to just move back in this same draft. But it looks like that's the only value we can get for these picks. But number 1 and number 2 can give us a lot of good stuff. It's just a matter of, I'm really conflicted here. This is such an odd draft because it's guys that are Hall of Famers. Obviously, these guys are all Hall of Famers. But do they fit what we're trying to build here in LA? Like, is it worth taking Rick Barry with the first pick, or taking Jerry Lucas with the first pick, or trading back and maybe suffering another season, but also having more and more trade assets to possibly maybe get lucky and have a good draft class spin next year? Because if we look, we only have 1 pick next year in 2032, and it's the Pistons pick. And we know the Pistons just made the playoffs and just made the NBA Finals. So they could be good even without Bob Boozer. So I'm a little bit worried about what we're going to do here. This is such an odd spot to be in. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I am very, very conflicted on what to do here. If I trade the 2nd pick, I can get the 6th pick, the 7th pick, the 5th pick, and the 3rd pick, and also Malcolm Baxter. But I don't want to do that because that'd be a waste. So if I did this one, that's 2033. That's not really what I'm looking for. But this one's 2032 from the Hawks. I wonder, maybe I can build my own trade. Maybe if we go talk to the Hawks. They're desperate for our pick. So actually no, who's 4? Who's sitting at 4? It is, who's sitting at 4? It's the Pacers. So if we talk to the Pacers and we ask them for their pick this year in this draft, we ask them for the pick next year, and we ask them for their pick in 2033 unprotected, and I give them pick 2 in the draft, what do they say to that? We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned, so why don't you accept the offer? I'll give you pick 30 in the 2nd round as well. So 3 straight picks to move back. They don't like it so far. I'll give you a 2nd round pick in 2035. I'll give you a bunch of seconds. That's the best offer I can do. Come on. Why don't they want to give me what I want? I guess I can give them a player. I can give you Eddie Moore. If you really want Eddie Moore, does he move the meter for you? What does this mean? We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned. So then accept the deal. Why, if you like it so much, then accept it. What's going on here? I don't understand why they don't accept the trade. Accept the deal then if you like it so much. What if I give you Daquan Cook? Do you like that? Is that going to be good enough? That's not good enough? Give me another 1st round pick then. Give me all your 1st round picks. I don't understand what this means. they like what they have as far as the deal is concerned, but obviously they don't, because they don't want to give me accept the trade. I guess I'll give you a first round pick in 2035. Okay, the Pacers are broken. I don't know what's going on with them, why they're not accepting that trade or why they're being so weird. So we'll go talk to the team who has the 4th pick, right? Because the Pacers have the Pacers have the 4th pick. So the team with the 5th pick is the Knicks. The Knicks have the 5th. No, the Magic have the 5th pick. It's a good thing I didn't trade for that. That would have been bad. We'll trade back to the 5th pick, but they got to give me a lot of value. So, no, I don't want to cancel the trade. Wait, what happened? Go for a pick. They also have pick 24, but I don't want that. I want a first-round pick unprotected. I want another first-round pick unprotected, and I want another first-round pick unprotected. Give me your whole future for this one pick. What does that mean? I don't understand this guy. I don't understand it. We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned. Can I not trade for picks like that? Is that not a thing? Am I doing something wrong? I'm obviously doing something wrong. I just don't know what it is. What about if I start... No, not with you guys. What about if I start the negotiations like this, but then add on other stuff that I want? No, it goes back to that. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to just trade for this because I feel like I'm losing value if I do that. I feel like this pick being 4 stars is worth a lot more than just a pick this year moving back and then a pick next year. I feel like I could get a lot more, but it's not working. It's like stopping me. It says they like the trade. Obviously they don't, because they're not accepting it. Do I trade back with the Atlanta Hawks to the 6th pick, give them the 2nd pick, and then take their pick next year? Oh, this feels like I'm getting scammed. It really does. Would they give me Stephon Marbury? Oh, we'd have to make up 10 million. I don't think we have 10 million that I could just give away. I mean, I could give them Ayo Sumu, but we don't have him under contract. I don't think they'd accept that anyway. What about if I asked them for... Oh, they have to re-sign Sean Kemp. I don't know about this. I feel like I need to get more value out of it. But if I ask them for more value, they're just going to say, oh, we feel like this is a good trade, but we're not going to do it anyway. They've offered a counter offer? No, get out of here. Asking for a counter offer. What do you think this is? This isn't a negotiation. All right, we just traded the 2nd pick. I don't know how I feel about it, but it does give us another first-round pick next year, I guess, so that's good. Pick 19. I can get a 30-30 or 20-33 pick, but does that even really matter? And those ones are just stupid, because then I'd just be going back. All right, let's go to the draft. Enough messing around. I'm too confused. I'm too confused about trading right now. I don't know what was going on with that. Choose a prospect. Who do we go with? Do we take Rick Barry? That's the big question. We need a big man. And that's why I'm kind of worried that we shouldn't take Rick Barry. We should probably take Jerry Lucas. But he's 25. So taking the first overall pick with Jerry Lucas being 25, is that a good idea? Or do we take 21-year-old Rick Barry? I'm going to take Jerry Lucas. Right? Yeah, screw it. I'm going to take Jerry Lucas. We need a power forward, and we have all the other positions pretty much filled. So we need to stay on target here with what we're doing. So the Atlanta Hawks, they take John Havlicek. So 2 Ohio State players go back to back. Then you got the Brooklyn Nets taking Rick Barry. Then you've got the Pacers taking Dave DeBusschere. And the Magic at 5 take Jerry Sloan. So now we're up at 6. So we moved back. We were able to get the guy that we wanted at 1. But now we can also build a potential backup in Gail Goodrich, who has Vince Carter Hall of Fame and has really good scoring in terms of shooting. Better than Van Arsdale. Better than Cunningham. Obviously better than Thurman. What does Thurman do? He just rebounds, I guess. Does Gail Goodrich have good potential? He has A- potential. We're taking Gail Goodrich at the 6th overall pick. Okay, I'm happy with that, I guess. Utah Jazz take Billy Cunningham. Dick Van Arsdale goes to the Mavs. Nate Thurman to the Heat. Alfred Hunter to the Clippers. Gregory Benjamin to the Bulls. Mavericks take Bob Love. Then you get Lonnie Thomas to the Rockets. Blazers get Chester Barrett. Randy Bellamy to the Sixers. Then we get the Charlotte Hornets. Trade the pick. And they trade it to, was that the Sixers? The Magic. They traded to the Magic, who also take Tommy Jackson. Okay, so they wanted their point guard. They got him. Jalen Sims to the Kings. And Stephen Baylor to the Nets. And now we're up again. Is there anybody that I'd be even willing to trade or to draft? I don't think so. What's all these guys' comps? Mitch Richmond, Isaiah Ryder. I don't think there's anybody here that I'd even be considering taking. So we're just going to possibly trade this pick. Trade Finder. Throw the pick out there. What can we get? I know we were looking at it earlier. Oh, here we go, the Bucks. But the Bucks have Bob Boozer, which is what I'm concerned about. The Bucks are probably going to be pretty good. So that pick wouldn't be good. But they might be the best offer. Because we're looking for value. We're not looking for stuff. So we're going to trade this pick to the Milwaukee Bucks. Get a pick next year and the year after. Then we're up again. Because we have the pick 30, I think. So let's... I know I could just simulate to my pick, but we might as well see who goes. Oh, we picked 29. Okay. The Bucks take Chris Norris, and now we're up again, and we will trade this pick away as well. Might as well throw in that second-round pick because I'm not going to draft anybody with that. And we can get the Bucks 34 and 35, so we could completely ruin the Milwaukee Bucks' future if we wanted to. The Cavs are be willing to give us some good stuff. Okay. Nobody's really giving me anything crazy except for the Bucks. Are the Bucks really the only ones giving me like the offer that I'd be willing to take? It looks like they are. Even the Cavs, I mean, they're offering me a second. I don't want a second. These guys, the Celtics are offering me a draft and stash guy with a pick next year. I don't think the Milwaukee offer is the offer we choose. That Milwaukee offer, I mean, 34 and 35 would be nice, but that's too far down the road right now. That's too many episodes away. I'm thinking in the more near future, like this Celtics pick or even this Hawks pick. Let's do the Celtics pick because we also get this draft and stash guy. So we'll do that. We get the Celtics pick, and we sim to the end of the draft. That concludes it. So Jerry Lucas ends up being an 84. Havlicek's an 81. Barry's an 80. DeBusschere's an 83. Gail Goodrich's a 79. Okay. Thurman was an 81. And then nobody really else. Okay, so rookie signings. We're going to sign these guys, and then we'll retain the rights on this draft and stash guy, I guess. Sure. Whatever, since we got him in the trade, we might as well. Evan Mobley accepts his team option, and so does Ayo Dosunmu. That's awesome. Chris Webber declined his player option. He is unrestricted, I'm pretty sure. We will not offer the extension to those guys, but we'll offer it to Otis Thorpe. That's fine. I want to check our future draft picks really quickly before we get into free agency. So next year we have the Bucks, the Celtics, the Hawks, and the Pistons in the first round. Then the year after we have the Bucks and the Pistons. And then we don't have a 2034 pick, but I will probably trade for that. So we have 4 first-round picks next year. That's going to be useful. We have negative money, and Chris Webber is here. We knew Michael Jordan would be here, but he's restricted, so we can't really go after him. So do we even need to go after anybody except for, like, roster filler players? If we take a look at our finances, salary cap breakdown. So Kobe's making a lot of money, but he's on team options. Then you got Daquan Cook. Curry's making a big-time bag. Dosunmu's going to want a big-time bag. Kevin Durant's making a lot of money, but he's also got a player option next year. Johnny Flynn's making a lot of money. And now Jerry Lucas is making money as the first pick. Evan Mobley's going to want some money. We do got a lot of money wrapped up in some big-time players. Maybe we trade Johnny Flynn. Because now we can move Dosunmu to backup point guard since we have Gail Goodrich to be the backup shooting guard to Kobe. Plus, I mean, Daquan, we could probably move him too. Okay, let's talk to some teams about some possible players. So let's talk to the first couple teams about Johnny Flynn. He's making a lot of money. He's been a really good player for us. I've loved having him on the team. But if we can ship him off, for another player, or for a draft pick probably, because we're trying to free cap space. We're not looking for other cap to bring onto our books. So we could get Glenn Rice. We'd have to give up Daquan and Johnny Flynn, the two guys we're looking to trade, but we'd get Glenn Rice and a 2033 first-round pick, protected top 3 by the Clippers. Is that enough value? Glenn Rice is obviously really good, but he would just be coming off the bench because we got Curry, Kobe, Kevin Durant, Jerry Lucas, and Evan Mobley as the starting 5. So Glenn Rice would just be coming off the bench. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it to have him just come off the bench. Where was the pick from? Here it is, the pick from the Grizzlies. So we could get a 2032 pick and Jamison Curry that we could just trade away. I like this deal. We dump in a lot of salary, getting a first-round pick. I think that works. Now let's go talk to teams about Daquan Cook. He's been a solid player for us coming off the bench, but if we can get some draft picks for him, preferably in 2033 and later, because we already have some picks for now. So there's a 2034 pick from the Suns, which is what we need. We need a 2034 pick. You know what? I'll do that. I'll do that for the Suns. The Suns have been good to us. I mean, they gave us that pick that got us like the second, I think it was the second pick in the draft was their original pick. The Bulls will be willing to give me a 2032 first-round pick straight up for this dude that we got, Jamison Curry. The Nets are giving me a 2033, 34, and 35, but they want a first from us. We could get Daquan Cook back. We could also get Rudy Fernandez. How much is he making? He's making too much, and we have to re-sign him. Not worth it. What about if I throw in that draft and stash guy? Because I don't really want him. He's not going to be on our team. He's not going to make much of a difference. The Clippers will give me a pick next year. A lot of protection on it. I mean, that Clippers pick looks interesting. Just go for another first-round pick. Jeez, we have a lot of first-round picks now. Look at this. We have the Bucks first-round pick, the Celtics first-round pick, the Clippers first-round pick, the Grizzlies, the Hawks, and the Pistons. That is 6 first-round picks in 2032. If we don't get the first overall pick, then I don't know what's going to be the difference. that is a lot of first-round picks. And what did that do for our finances? So that we still have negative money, even giving up those guys. But we have now down to 13 in negative money. We're going to have to bring in some guys as roster filler. We're not going to be able to get Chris Webber. We just don't have the money. We can only offer him $11.96 million. That's kind of sad. That's our max extension we can offer. So let me go to the roster and take a look at what we need. So we need we don't need a backup point guard because we have Dasumu, who I'm going to switch to point guard, shooting guard instead of shooting guard, point guard. So we'll switch you like that. Perfect. So now you can be our backup point guard. Then you got Kobe and Gale. Then we need a backup small forward and a backup power forward. Okay, I can do that. Backup small forward and a backup power forward. So who's going to be cheap and willing to come to the Lakers and try to win a ring? Try to help us win a ring. Who wants to do it? We could bring back Damari Carroll. He was not super expensive. Let's kind of see who's asking for a lot of money. So let's go down here into the cheaper guys. So you got guys making or asking for around 3 to 4 million. That's probably a little bit too expensive still. I don't know if we're in that range. Who's this guy? Donald Royal? Doesn't really fit what we're trying to do here. I also would like to have somebody who can at least shoot. So we're going to have to go up here. We're going to probably have to pay a little bit of money to get one of these guys. This guy, Sam Young, doesn't seem too bad. He can shoot decently from mid and from three. So we'll go offer him a contract. And then the power forwards, who are asking for a decent bag. The baby Glenn Davis. We can offer you some money, Glenn, big baby. But do I want to? Would that be smart? 2 years of Glenn Davis? What is he really offering us? I don't think that's a good idea. But this guy we could bring in. We could also bring back Joe Rucklick. We've had him before, but he's probably too expensive. I want to go a little bit cheaper. I don't really want to pay somebody. I don't really want to pay somebody like that. Can we offer? No, we can't. We're not going to be able to get by on a minimum on you. So we can, do we match these guys? I don't know if we match these guys or not. No, we'll just let them walk, probably. We have the bird rights on Otis Thorpe, so we might as well. Oh my God. That is a lot of money on Otis Thorpe. I guess we could trade him. Ooh, they're offering me, did I get off on that? Did I get off on offering him just a 1-year deal? Yes, okay, so we didn't have to pay him. We didn't have to pay him the 4-year extension. We got the match, so we saved a little bit of money there. That's big time. That's big brain stuff right there. I'm glad somebody offered him a contract. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need 2 more guys to fill out the 14-man quotient. And we have a little bit of money, mid-level exceptions we can offer. So let's go for a guard. Backup point guard would be preferable. And we can get Jeremy Pargo, who doesn't look like Jeremy Pargo, but that's okay. But we could also get Torrin Green or Corey Washington. Let's go for this guy. But why is he wanting so much money? Yeah, let's just offer him the minimum. And then we'll go for another stretch guy, like a small forward type. Who's the best mid-range guy that's cheap? So we got this guy, Curtis Cotton, who's 31, but he shoots really well. So I'll offer him a minimum contract. And we have those trade exceptions that we can renounce the rights on. And we'll renounce the rights on both of you guys. And the game crashed. So hopefully it's saved, but if not, then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I loaded the game back up and we're in free agency day 1. So I guess let's not renounce the rights on these guys. Did that work? We can sign those 2 guys. So we got out of that. I don't know why it crashed on renouncing the rights, but we got those 2 guys back, which is cool. And that should fill out the team. Is the team good? I don't know. I thought the team was decent last year. That guy signed his restricted qualifying offer, and he's on the team now. I don't really want him to be on the team. McLeod, we'll probably just release him or trade him or something. Player progression. Kevin Durant stays at a 96. Curry stays at a 94. Mobley goes to a 91. Kobe goes to an 86, which is good. Jerry Lucas is an 83. Otis Thorpe's also an 83, but Jerry Lucas is going to start. Then you got DeSumo at an 80. Jermaine O'Neal up to a 77. That's good. I like to see that. Eddie Moore's up to a 72. So take that for what it is. Yeah, we're probably going to be trading Jackie McLeod or just getting rid of him, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Just not having him on the team. But that's going to do it for another season. 10 seasons down. I can't believe we're already 10 seasons deep in this. And we have so many first-round picks. We have 6 first-round picks this year. I can't wait to see next episode what the class is going to look like so that we can decide whether or not we're going to trade these or not. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.